finally got some type of response or proof of how David feels about being accused of murdering Celeste. But before we get into his response to killing Celeste, we got some really major updates since our last video that we got to get into. We now have a clearer picture of when David may have met Celeste, and is worse than we all thought. David may have met Celeste when she was only 10 years old. And this is...
What the fuck? Then she died like 14 or some shit? Damn.
Weirdo. Verified and talked about by some first-hand people who may have been there.
So before David was David, he used to go by the name Chronic Ant.
4 hours in the woods with Chronic Ant.
Chronic Ant was a really good Fortnite player.
Wait, hey.
When Celeste was first identified, I had came across some comments that said that they knew David, they used to play the game with him, and he used to always have his girl around. Looking back on everything now, they 100.
So they meet on Fortnite or they meet on like Discord? Because I'm hearing two different stories.
I think that was Celeste.
This sickens me, dude. I was in a zone wars with both of them and thought the little girl in the lobby was someone's sister on the game. I always had a weird feeling about him. I didn't even know he was David.
I'm trying to find a clip of me, Celeste, and David in a call. I knew I should have said something, bro. I thought he was just being normal. We were queuing up in Fortnite with random people, then we queued up with Celeste. At first, it was normal. Like 3 months go by, and I notice it's getting weird. Like, how does he know?
I ain't even gonna cap. Just off the pictures of seeing of this nigga, I knew he wasn't normal.
Entire story. I'm thinking he's just being nice to this kid like a brother. It got weirder every time we would play together. Eventually, he did his own thing.
I was in a lobby while she was there, and that was only one time. I assumed it was someone's sister. Thinking of everything makes more sense now.
Do you remember anything weird about the conversation? Do you remember her username?
I don't remember her username, but there wasn't any weird vibes. We were playing Zone Wars, and she'd just make little comments like everyone while playing. But Ant would joke about SA all the time, and other weird things like severe dark humor, and everyone that's played with him can confirm.
What year and month was this, if you can remember?
January, February 2020, or can be 2021, because it was before I stopped playing, and I stopped playing around then.
And you're sure it was her?
100%. Couldn't have been anyone else.
Yo, I'm watching the live right now, but I just want to say this because me and my friend are trying to recall everything. We were all in a Fortnite team called Chronic, which is where I met him. He met her in like 2021 through Fortnite, I'm pretty sure. And then he made her get this.
Ah, okay. So they met through Fortnite and it escalated to the Discord. This might be off topic, but nigga, I cannot play Fortnite. That shit.
Everyone in the team knew about her, and he would joke about it and brush it off every time it got mentioned. That's all I personally know, but my friend Pistol knows more because they talked way more. She would literally say he, but then follow it up with a joke. So I don't know if she was being for real or not. He was also just a weirdo, to be honest. He used to send in group chats.
If everything that they allege is true, David was 15 years old and Celeste was 10.
I've never seen anybody obsessed with gore that turned out to be a normal human being. I've never seen somebody who is so obsessed with gore, they're sending pictures of people getting cut up, dead body, and they ended up being a normal, productive, fruitful human being.
Nigga, ain't half of this nigga's songs death, gore, and, you know, killing and all that bullshit? Not the drill killing, like the golf killing. You know, one of them type. Kill your girlfriend type shit.
Happen. Now, a 15-year-old hanging out with a 10-year-old is odd. It's very odd, especially if you are or somebody who's finding interest in her. Right now, I understand they're both minors, I guess, but that's still nasty. It's still creepy. It's still weird, right? It's still just as bad as him being, 20 and 21 or 19 and 20 dealing with a 14 and 15-year-old. It's still just as bad. He was turning 16. Because I believe David is like 5.5, maybe 5 and 7 or 8 months older than Celeste. So he was turning 16. So no, I don't feel like this is any better that he met her when he was a minor. No, like you as a 16-year-old or 15-year-old, you should have no interest in a 10-year-old. You are creepy and you are freaking weird. Right? It's bizarre. Honestly, I'm not surprised because everybody who knew David at that time or the people who were around.
Come on, G. Come on, bruh. finna say, where my sound at? Look at this nigga. You can't tell me this nigga weird.
Even in that Discord, or fans who are like,
I ain't got no problem against goth people, but this nigga look weird, bro.
for David and new intimate details about, I guess, his like social life. They were all considering David like an absolute creeper weirdo. Like in this particular TikTok where David is asking people, does anybody have any tips on how to not be the literal worst person in the world? So he considered himself the worst person in the world. I wonder why. Somebody commented like, yo, just don't fool around with minors. It's literally not that hard. And this was in 2023. So this was an open thing that everybody who was around this dude or who knew intimate details about him knew, right? That he was a diddler, right? Now, but he surrounded himself by people and fanboys who would go above and beyond to protect him and hide his secrets of diddling. We even see when he was live and he told everybody, delete this, delete this, delete this, when Celeste let it slip that he was raping her. Now, this particular...
Oh, shit. I remember that. I seen the clip of that on Trap Lil Ross, I think. They was on live stream or some shit. And then he just telling his Discord fucking... Damn, what's the moderators? Delete everything type shit. Cover up everything. I ain't gonna cap. All them niggas... Everybody getting locked up.
Is another fanboy. His name is Zerx. This is a leaked Discord message. This is September 13th, 2025. This is like 5 days after Celeste's body was found. And you know what this fanboy is telling people in the Discord? People who knew intimate details about Celeste and David's relationship. This fanboy is telling people, hey, bruh, don't say nothing about the matching tattoo that David and Celeste had, you know, because if you say that, you know, it'll get David in trouble. I'm like, what? You really, yo, I'll be real, yo. A minor body is found chopped up in his Tesla, and the first thing on your mind is, hey, bruh, do not give too much information that could get David in trouble.
It's clear as day everyone around David was sick, which is probably the reason why they tried to cover up the body, which is probably the reason why this poor little girl ended up dead to begin with. Like I ain't even gonna cap. All them niggas sick, man. Like, what the fuck? That's what happens when you get anybody money and access to shit.
People like this that protected David for so long, and why David was able to even do this to Celeste and get away with it. I can't even tell you how old that Discord mod is, right? I guess if it's like a 13-year-old in Discord typing this, is some excuse for it, right? Because, you know, like you're 12, you're an idiot at that age. You don't know no better. You look at David as your god, and you probably...
Man, I understand they kids and all, but still, man. Nobody should get no excuse. No excuse. Cause look, man, Shorty was 10, the nigga was 15, dog. Like, I don't give a fuck if they was minors, bro. Why aren't you chasing the other 15-year-olds? Nigga, when I was 15, I'm trying to hop down on 16, 18-year-olds. What the fuck? Nigga. But you know, it's certain niggas that, like, trust me, they go after the younger females because they can control and manipulate them better type shit. I know y'all know them type of niggas I'm talking about, man.
You know, he's completely innocent. And David was really great at selling his dream that he was innocent, right? Because messages leaked of David talking to people around him after Celeste's body was found and while he was being investigated. And from these messages, bro, like you would think this is some type of God-fearing, super Christian guy and not this super gore-obsessed pedo in which David is.
So David's messages got leaked that had his thoughts when the investigation was ongoing for Celeste Rivas Hernandez. And these messages were leaked by a singer named Caden Neese, who has had an online relationship with David for years. And big apologies to Caden Neese, because I did think that these DMs ended up being fake, but after some research, comes to find out they are actually real. Found out one way where where you can make sure that this is actually David's account, and it's to scroll to the top in the messages, and where it says view profile, then you would click on it, and if it takes you to David's page, then you...
I'm already listening to this girl ramble. No disrespect, young queen. Let's read what the fuck this nigga was saying. I know you're innocent, bruh, but why? Ooh, y'all finna heat me. Like I'm dyslexic, can't read. Hold on, let me get close. I know you're innocent, bruh, but why can't the world know these people are stupid? Ha ha ha. With humility, I would phrase it as wear ignorance rather than trust in God, my friend. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know what the fuck that's mean.
These DMs are legitimate.
Let's get more
and after
details.
he reassured me this is real, he did send me that exact video that I asked for, and just watch.
Oh, no. 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 We playing every sad shit. I don't think y'all peep. For anybody that's been keeping up with this David shit, y'all see the nigga profile picture? The Hello Kitty? This nigga weird, bruh. Remember Shorty, she was obsessed with Hello Kitty? Like her profile picture or some shit, she had Hello Kitty or some shit. So like, this gotta be foreshadowing something. This nigga probably intentionally did all this shit, bruh. We just gonna keep it 100.
So after doing all of my research, running it through AI, also...
Grown ass man with Hello Kitty profile picture. You telling me he not weird, bruh?
Way where you can verify this is a real message, and also his words saying that they are a real message, and seeing the messages that he had with David all the way since 2023, it seems like these DMs are accurate. But now let's get into what they actually say. So on October 15th at 10:30, he said to David, "I pray it's just all misinformation. The internet sucks." David says it really does.
Niggas always trying to
so
make
much
excuses
twisted
for weirdos.
and fake. He responds, "I'm sorry, dude." And David said, "God bless you, twin. Keep going with your music. Don't stop for nothing."
Weirdo.
I call cap, man. I call cap because clearly from that Discord shit Flakko was talking about earlier, everyone around David was aware of what he was doing. Hence, the reason why they helped him cover up Celeste's body. Then they say somebody, like it was a whole different person that, you know, on his team that pulled up with the Tesla with Shorty in the trunk and shit in front of his crib. Like, niggas was in cahoots. Niggas was helping out with this shit, man. Like, whoever this is, I don't know who this is texting him, but he aware of all that shit.
Really, nigga?
Yeah, nigga.
And mind you, in October was literally just a month after Celeste Rivas Hernandez has been identified in the trunk of David's Tesla.
This was a month after she was found. Now, if he was writing these messages the day she was found, an hour after she was found, it's still disgusting, but maybe it's excusable. But this was a month after. You know how much information we had about this a month? We knew for a fact David and Celeste had an inappropriate relationship going on a month after she was found. We knew this for a fact. The entire internet knew David was an absolute deplorable pedo a month after Celeste was found.
Even though it was a month after she was found, let's get it clear, guys. I think they said she was in that damn Tesla for several months, though. Like, they said she damn near was dead for like a year or some shit.
But you're in his DMs, writing him saying, "Hey, bro, I know you in the
see,
bro."
For them know what I'm talking about, man. Niggas copping pleas for this nigga. Everybody know what the fuck he was doing, gang.
Bruh.
Like, everybody know what this nigga was doing. Yeah, Jesus, man. And they didn't give a fuck.
You know he innocent. Excuse me? Excuse me? And you're gonna release these messages as if what? Like we're gonna look at these messages and only get on David. No, bro, you just expose yourself, bro. I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry, homie. Now, Kaden done put his TikTok on private for good reasons, bro. Because we not reading these messages and thinking, oh my God, David, no, we look at this and say, David, you's a POS, you are a pedo, you are terrible. But who is this Kaden Niece dude, man? Who is this guy who's telling David, oh, the internet is sucks and it's terrible, you know, and they just lying on you. Who are you?
A weird ass nigga.
And we gotta look at your files. How much terabytes you got? If David got 40 and you a David sympathizer, you gotta have at least 5. Yo, man. The fact that y'all would know that this man had an inappropriate relationship with that little girl
and still help him cover it up,
as if he's a victim.
That's crazy.
And David is a great hand manipulator. Look at how David starts to really soften up this dude. Hey, bro, if you ever need any music advice, but hold on, bro. Hold on, man.
Fuck that music advice, nigga. Y'all need help. Rehab, whatever the fuck that, man. Fuck rehab and help. Y'all need jail. Fuck that. Y'all niggas need jail.
You threw a little girl under the bus for some music advice from David?
On December 18th, this Kaden kid messages David and says, I know you're innocent, bro, but why can't the world know? These people are stupid. Anyways, David responded to this saying, ha ha ha, with all humility, I would phrase it as mere ignorance.
Hold on. These people are stupid.
Really, nigga? Bruh.
I know you ain't talking about me. What? Hey, only motherfucker that's stupid is you and your whole team thinking y'all finna get away with this shit. Dumbass nigga. Ooh, I was almost finna say some shit. I ain't trying to get canceled before, a nigga blow up off this YouTube shit. I was finna go in.
Rather than unintelligence, trust in God, my friend. How has your journey into faith been going? And then David proceeds to tell him different things about the Bible, recommending things about the Bible. And then Kaden responds, damn, dude, thank you. And then he says, bro, of course, my goat. When people stop stalking my Instagram followers to make conspiracy theories, I gotta follow you back. And y'all remember the rumors that were going around? People swore they kept seeing him active on different social media accounts when he was basically ghost. Well, based off these Instagram messages that I got from Kaden Niece, it seems like he really was active. And this message right here was very interesting because I've seen on Reddit where people were finding David's Letterboxd account where he was watching movies. And this is the account that they found on Reddit of David's Letterboxd account. And there was a lot of movies. So yeah.
Speaking of his active accounts, I meant to talk about this in the last video. When Fortnite came out and was issuing refunds for anybody who got David skins, I'm like, whoa, now y'all coming out trying to...
Hey, anybody that purchased the David skin, he said y'all got y'all money back, right? Why the fuck would anybody even want a David skin? Niggas, did anybody even buy a Castanet skin? So why the fuck would you even want a David skin? And y'all know how goated Castanet is. I'm just saying, hey, Fortnite, y'all fucked up on that one.
Do signal, do something performative, but yet David was playing Fortnite the night before he got arrested. So y'all knew David for 100% fact had an inappropriate relationship with this young girl. We knew that. The only thing we were questioning was, did he murder her, or did she self-inflict and pass away, and then he tried to conceal the body? But now we know for a fact that David murdered this girl. But if you knew this man was having inappropriate relations with young women, why was he still allowed to have a Fortnite account? Why wasn't he banned from Fortnite?
Coincides with what the messages are as well.
See? That's exactly what I meant by Fortnite. Y'all fucked up, G. And then what I was finna say, for anybody that doesn't have knowledge of how this girl was murdered, They said the autopsy was she was impaled by like 2 different sharp objects in her, like right here, some shit somewhere right here. Like they pretty much, I don't know what they stabbed her with, but they said she was impaled with sharp objects and shit. And you know, from then on, you know, they dismembered. They said dude cut his fingers, her fingers off, all type of crazy. Her eyes. This nigga sick, bro. That nigga might be worse than Epstein.
Last time Kate and Niece actually talked to David was on March 28th, and he told him happy birthday, and David responded, "Thank you, brother." So this is literally just a couple of weeks before he was arrested. So definitely very interesting. You can see David's mindset. You can see him actually messaging with people on Instagram while this whole thing was going down. Also going to play a slowdown video that I made from his videos that he was sending me of these conversations. That way you guys can see how much they actually talked. This part takes a second because he was scrolling slower at the beginning. And I put it in slow-mo. That way we can see. And I already went through all of them to see if anything was weird in any of them. Like concerning Celeste, I didn't see anything.
Oh shit, Chicago tickets. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, don't come nowhere near Chicago, sir. I don't know if you, David, ain't. Hey. Well, y'all better not. I mean, David, he cook. But you, sir, we better not find out who you is.
So as you can see, back in 2023 is when they really started their conversation.
Oh, this was in 2023. My fault. Still, don't come to Chicago. Me personally, you banned, nigga. We do not affiliate with none of that bullshit, bro.
And it seemed like a lot about music, or when David would post on his story, he would say something about that.
Oh.
Until obviously this came out, and then he started, you know, telling David he was sorry, and he believed that David is, or was innocent, is what he believed. I think now he might have a different viewpoint.
Seeing messages like this makes it easier to understand how David was still partying, like the night of, like days before, like he was arrested. Like David was partying up until being arrested. Like his neighbors would say, "Hey, yo, we had noise complaints at this crib of too many parties going on," right? Because this was David, like, secret crib he was hiding out at, right, while this investigation was taking place. So he was partying there damn near day and night. And parties usually involve other people. So seeing these messages and seeing how people look at this dude like a freaking god, you know, it's not hard to see.
I mean, when you think about it in a retrospective way, or even in a simpler way, it's a lot of weirdos in Hollywood, so I'm not even surprised he was, you know, still functioning normal and interacting with other weirdos. I mean, clearly there was weirdos within his camp and people he moved with, so I'm not surprised. He was just, you know, going by the day normal as usual.
Like how David was still able to have friends, still able to have a social life, even after all the facts came out about him.
No social life.
Sick, man. Y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, man? Do we have mercy on a dude called Cadenese, or whatever his name is? Do we have mercy on him? Or do we also consider him a weirdo for talking to David as if he's innocent and telling David he believes he's innocent? All right, let me know in the comment section, okay? And if you're still watching this,
I'm going to speak for myself and maybe y'all. We consider that nigga a weirdo. He know what the fuck going on, man. I don't give a fuck with nobody talking about how innocent a nigga play. You know, when that, ooh, I can't even talk. With that being said, like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one, man. Love y'all.
Bye, have a beautiful time.